Hi, my name is David Voorhees. I live here in Western North Carolina, and I'm a potter, and I'm sitting in front of my kiln. This is my wood-fired kiln. Let me start at the beginning, though. Been making pots since my very first one is in 1970, and I threw it about 20 minutes away from here at a camp I was working at. I was a tennis instructor, and they had a potter's wheel there, and it looked interesting, so I tried it out, and I got hooked. So anyhow, I've taken quite a few courses over the year, mostly with individual potters, but mostly I built the wheel, got started doing it myself, and just kind of got hooked on it, and I love doing it. Actually went to grad school in painting, didn't like the program, and I really wanted to be a maker. I really wanted to be an artist who made things. I wanted to produce things. So I dropped out of grad school and never looked back, and so here I am in 2020, that is 50 years ago that I made my first pot. That just is stunning. But I still love doing it, and I still do it most days. I have changed my pursuits in clay a bit over the years, as one would with any career that spans so many years. So I still do mostly functional and decorative work. For many years I fired in electric kiln. I did a lot of porcelain work, but when I built this kiln, I started getting interested in stoneware again. So I've kind of split my work between stoneware and porcelain pottery. I got interested in wood firing probably 15 years ago, and I built this kiln in 2009. I've rebuilt the firebox end of it once, but it's changed the direction of my work because of the firing is so interactive with the clay and the styles that you create for it. And so I've learned to adapt to this and to respond to what this kiln has to offer me, which is probably a little more than I had bargained for when I built it. I thought I was in charge, and I'm not really in charge. And I love that aspect of working in clay, having something that pushes me beyond what I could find in an electric kiln. An electric kiln that I have inside my studio, I use for predictability. I use it because I can control it. They have computer controls on it, and I push a button for start, and the next day I unload it. This is very different. I have to fire it with a group of people. I have to work for weeks getting ready for it. I have to stay up at night firing it. Make good friends around a wood-fired kiln. So, and this, you can't see, there's the pizza oven here too, so we have a lot of friends because of that. So we do a soda firing with the wood, and we actually introduced soda when the doors closed up into 12 ports, and that gives a very different look to things. I actually have a piece here from my most recent firing, and each piece I do that comes out of the kiln encourages me to the next piece. And that's another aspect I love about being not just being an artist, but being challenged by the art form that you've chosen to pursue. My sisters are both painters, my parents were painters, and they were always trying new things and traveling to new places, and they never allowed themselves to get comfortable. And I think that's a great lesson for life in general. Here we are in the midst of COVID, and there are so many challenges with that. Nobody likes it. Thank goodness everybody in my family has stayed healthy so far. So, and I hope for your family too. But these are challenges that we face, and I don't know why I'm talking about that. But if you're interested in knowing more about my pottery, you can go to my website, davidvoorheespottery.com. I'm active on social media, Instagram, David Voorhees. On Facebook, David Voorhees and David Voorhees Pottery. Anyhow, you can just Google me, you'll find me. So I live in Zirconia, North Carolina. Love to have visitors. If you're interested in coming out and seeing some of my pottery or coming to visit the kiln, feel free to call me and we'll set up a time to visit. So thank you for watching.